Hello, my name is Mason Persons. Today I'll be talking about my personal experience with homelessness and my relationship with technology and social media while I was homeless and as I was coming out of homelessness. I use my phone for just about everything. When I was homeless was when I really started to depend solely on my phone for alarms, for access to information, access to other people. I didn't get my own laptop until I was gifted a laptop from my chosen family who knew that my bio mom would not like me having my own technology like that. So it wasn't until I was out of homelessness that I was able to have a laptop of my own. If it wasn't for that laptop, I don't know how I would have finished school. I was writing so many essays. I was really struggling in school while I was homeless to the point where I needed to switch schools to an ALC situation so I could graduate on time that year. Luckily, I was able to do a bunch of essays so I could finish my classes. And if I hadn't been able to do that, I don't think I would have graduated. I was so close to giving up. And if I wasn't able to have the opportunity to just sit on my laptop outside of a crowded classroom and just work by myself, I don't know if I would have made it out. I spent the year of 2019 using the internet as a way to take classes and learn, be in school without actually being in school. I didn't go to college. I refused to. That's way too much money. Never ever will you ever catch me paying for school, at least not with my money. So for a while, I used the internet as school. I was very passionate about learning more about design and fashion and the industry, costuming, and historically accurate sewing techniques. So I found people on YouTube that could teach me about those things, and I watched their videos over and over again. I went on to the MCTC website to find out their Apparel 101 curriculum and followed it as much as I could on my own. I was able to build my portfolio that way. For the last few years, I was using my Instagram as a way to promote my business and promote my business persona. It was a way for me to try and build a following versus build a community. There was a while there where I was trying really hard to emulate what I was seeing online. This was happening around 2018, 2019 when I was getting out of homelessness and into my first apartment and was still healing from the trauma of homelessness and abuse. But instead of focusing on unpacking that trauma, I decided to hyper-focus on an influencer or entrepreneur type mindset that I was seeing all over Instagram at the time. I was obsessed with how my page was laid out and how often I posted and at what time, and I was constantly looking at my like and follower count, and if someone unfollowed me around the same time I posted something new, I would just sit and wonder, what did I do to make you unfollow me? And that was extremely toxic for me. It was not a good way to be using my time. It was just a way for me to obsess about myself and look at all of the things that I'm doing and see them as failures versus a success because it didn't feel the same as what I was seeing online. Nowadays, my technology is something that I can use for fun, more than just a means for survival or an escape. I can use it to make real connections with real people. I have more internet friends that I talk to regularly than I do in-person friends. People that live outside of the state, outside of the country, that I talk to more regularly than people that are even just a half an hour away from me. I have made some of my closest friends through keeping up with them through social media. Social media has really become social for me. I value feeling like a real person when I put myself online. I've switched from looking at people who want to be perceived as something that they're not to people that want to be perceived as who they genuinely feel that they are. I follow more queer people. I follow more people of color. I follow more people that are local versus random accounts from all over the place. I've stayed away from influencers and entrepreneurs and instead have shifted to people who see themselves as creatives, artists, community activists, people that want to be seen for the work that they do and the things that they love. And it's been very refreshing to watch people have their ups and downs and watch people learn about themselves and make mistakes. It feels more real. It feels more human than to just sit through and scroll and like and hope that people see you as something that you really aren't. Since the pandemic, I make masks, so a lot of my time over the summer, I was using the internet as a way to advertise my mask making. It was my main source of income for the summer of 2020, and it was a very interesting shift in my relationship with the internet. I had just gotten out of this need to promote myself and my business without even having a real idea of what my business was. I had just gotten out of this very toxic relationship with the internet that was based around me promoting myself. And now I had to reinvent how I was promoting myself, still doing it in a way that I can post and be proud of, but not be obsessed about, while also posting often enough that people will see my product, but not getting so caught up in posting that I forget to make my product. It was a very good experience in business and marketing, just getting right in there and figuring it out on my own. And there you have it. It was a pleasure sharing this virtual space with you. If you want to get in contact with me or keep up with my work, you can find me at bibbidi bobbidi boy on Instagram. And I'll catch you on the flip side.